All right. Anyway,
Okay.
as we were saying,
Were we saying anything at
no,
all?
we weren't.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Hit it.
Happy Thursday, Couch
Woo!
Crew. Welcome
Welcome.
back.
Welcome
Welcome back. I am Alex, and this is the hostess with the mostest,
Alex.
Alex. And Alex, we are known as, and I'm Larry Alexander. That's Brianna Alexandria. Therefore, you have Alex and Alex. We welcome you back to this episode of Alex and Alex Podcast. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's actually been a pretty good week.
All
Very
right.
chill week. Very
Ooh.
fast week.
All
How's
right.
your week going?
So far, so good. I cannot complain, but even if I could, I would not because
that's the spirit.
it's nothing.
That's
I
the
mean, you
spirit.
can't change it.
That's the spirit.
Life happens. When it happens, we keep going. I'm still alive.
It's just because your 55th
So if
birthday
I'm
is coming up.
55
Your 55th
next
coming
week.
up, so your 55th birthday is coming up, so you have all this
Holy.
new.
Raise the roof. I'm not gonna do any of what I used to do, which is good. Which is good. So I don't drink or any of that other stuff.
You haven't drinking God knows how long.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out and do anything violent or crazy.
TBD.
Yeah.
TBD.
Well, no, I can't. Bible study night. So yeah. So me, I don't know. Your mom may take me out. We may go do something. I don't know. But yeah, 55 double nickels. I'm excited about it.
You're old.
I am old.
But the older you get, that means I'm getting old.
Yes, you're getting old. So I don't even understand why. I mean, but again, you're aging.
I'm 31.
Gracefully. So that's a good thing. I'm aging like my grays. I get all of these grays from you guys, kids.
We call it salt
kids
and pepper.
Will do that to you.
You don't have to say gray. It's salt
but
and pepper.
Again, here's my thing. One day I was thinking about shaving it off.
Please don't do that.
Your mama said the same thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm not going to do it.
I don't think I've seen you without a beard in 20 years.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I'd look at you like, sir.
It's been a while.
What did you do to yourself?
Yeah. I think I was going to braid it. No, I wasn't gonna do that. All right, we are done saying absolutely nothing.
Okay,
and we're gonna dive in.
This one's a good one.
Yes.
This was an audience question.
Yeah, this is a good one. How will a man know if you're wifey material, and he's gonna pop that question to you? And
when does a woman know she's wasting her time?
Oh my goodness, wasting.
And I have the iPad. I will time us if I need to, because
you're gonna need to. I think you're gonna need to.
I do.
I think without because there's so many questions that you ask. Like from the standpoint of yours, time. Who determines what is too much time?
No. You're starting. The first half of the audience question was, when does a man know?
Oh, when does a man know? Mm-hmm. A man know technically now, and here we go, because these are like multi-layered questions. Mm-hmm. When does a man know? And that's where you come into the age doesn't determine manhood. The fact that a person has his own place doesn't determine manhood. Someone may know how to pay bills, doesn't determine manhood. That's just a sign of responsibility. Right. A responsible person, which may have been something that they grew up with. Their parents spent time just to impart into them a sense of accountability and responsibility. So that doesn't mean that they're mature, because that same person who can pay his bills
but on the flip side of that, just because a man feels as though he knows that that's the one, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's reciprocated on the female side. Like, oh yes, this is the man I'm going to marry too. So there's a flip side of that.
But we got to get down there. But see, that's what I'm saying. But we have to get there, because again, it's two people. Mm-hmm. Just because I like you, this ain't the caveman days. I can't thump you over the head with a club, drag you into the house, and say you my wife. Ooh, ooh.
I built fire.
Yes,
I built fire.
How you like my cave? It's got a rock in it. So yeah. But okay, so now we have to determine what sets apart a person to be a man, because again, to be able to yield to that person from the standpoint of wife, you're going to have to know that you have someone who's solid, stable, and can make a commitment. A man knows, to me, right away. Me and your mom dated 3 months and were married in the 4th month.
Yeah.
So when people try to say that it takes all of this time to be able to know that a person is the one. Now, you may want to spend time to get to know them because, again, people are good at putting forth their best foot.
Yeah.
But you can only put forth your best foot for a
For so long.
certain amount of
For
time
so long.
before you see. Um, and that's a whole nother thing when we drive down that road of what do you expect in a man? Because most of the time when people say what they expect in a man or a woman, it's something physical.
Yeah.
It's never anything deep.
Yeah.
It's never anything because weight changes. She may be she may be right in all the right places now. That doesn't say 5-10 years from now
True.
everything's going to sit the same. So at that point in time, you would need a man who says, I made this commitment, and regardless of shapeshifter, I'm committed.
Facts.
So my thing is, it doesn't take us a long time to know. It's a matter of, to me, it's a matter of how easy you make it. And it really is
Okay.
because um
Oh wait.
I don't like fishing.
Okay, how easy the woman makes it on
That
you?
how easy the woman makes it
Like your life?
no, how easy the woman makes it to get to a home run.
Oh.
A man, a man, a woman, a real woman will change a man to where that's not the most important thing first.
Right.
When a man sees a real woman, it's like, I'm not even thinking about that. That's a far thought. For the first time in my life, I'm actually not thinking about that, and I'm thinking about actually having conversations with you.
Yeah.
I actually like sitting and talking to you, and if that doesn't happen, we're fine. But if I can knock one out of the park on the first date, hey, um, okay, so I went fishing, I caught the fish, I cleaned the fish, and I ate the fish all in one sitting. What is there for me to do?
But I feel like that's also a portion of why I love our podcast because it's also a generational gap there.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be like that, and
Nope.
it depends on who it is.
Yep.
My husband likes to say he's got to test drive first. That's what my husband likes to say. That's
not just your husband though. That's older men too.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a generational thing and a
Mm-hmm.
mindset thing
Yep.
because that is one big thing, yes. But
Yes.
I think on the other hand, it doesn't negate a woman being wifey material for a specific man just because he's already had it too. So there's
Nope.
another half of
Yep.
that too. But
Yep.
that's your perspective.
Yep.
I'm just pointing
Yep.
out that it doesn't make a woman any less of a wifey material to specific men if that happens beforehand.
But I think we know right off the bat. Because again, that woman will spark something in you that no other woman has. Me and your mom, when we first started talking, one of our first conversations was 10 hours long. We were literally, and you know your dad is not a talker.
I know.
I'm not a talker. So, and people don't even understand that about me. People are like, "Oh no," but again, I'm in ministry, so I have to talk for X amount of time. But to be honest with you, I don't like to talk much. I'm very short in my responses. If it's a yes or no question, I won't give you a paragraph. I'm going to give you a yes or no, and then sometimes people are like, "And well, wait, it was a yes or no question. There is no and.
There is no
I
ands.
answered. I gave you my answer.
There is no
But
because
your
either.
mom opened up something in me that I didn't even know existed, and she actually really wanted to get to know about me. And it's different because the right woman will challenge you to grow. The right woman wants to know things about you that didn't concern any other woman. Um, and again, as men, sometimes we don't like the challenges.
Yeah.
We don't like being challenged because we're the
Yeah.
man. Respect my authority. But that's the amazing thing about strong women. When it's the right woman who knows how to navigate the relationship, and she doesn't feel like she has to be less than who she is, because her strength is, I mean, that's what attracted me to her. Her strength. In previous relationships, I didn't have relationships with women who were strong. They were pretty much like, okay, Larry, whatever you say, whatever you say. And after a while, that gets boring. So there was more or less this challenge. Here I am. I haven't even graduated high school yet. And here this woman is. She's an attorney, graduated law school, da, 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 da. And there's the challenge because men love challenges. And I'm like
Some do.
I'm putting that game on thick. Boy, you know your daddy got game. Don't play with me up in here, girl.
Please stop.
So yeah. So we got to know each other. It didn't take long for us. Nothing physical happened until we got married, which was another unusual thing for me. Um to not have the drive it first mentality before you're willing to completely commit to it, really let me know that, yeah, she had to be the one, because
Yeah.
it wasn't one of those things where I'm like, this ain't gonna work because we haven't yet.
Yeah.
It was like, she's it.
Yeah.
She's it.
No,
So
I get that.
so yeah.
I mean, it's for
And
me.
it's
No, no,
not
but like
bad
for
either.
me,
Mhm.
for me, it's a little bit different. But
Mhm.
it's so funny because when me and Elliot, when we got pregnant, because we got
Yes.
pregnant a baby before we got married.
Yeah.
When we got pregnant, his friends that were at our baby shower and all this
Mhm.
stuff, they found out we were pregnant, our dinner reveal, all this stuff.
Mhm.
His friends were like, "We already knew that was gonna happen
Mhm.
because after he met you and hung out with you,
He
he
was
already
done.
told
It was a
us
wrap.
that you was the one,
Yep. Yep.
that you know you were the one
Yep.
that's gonna be the wife,
Yep.
his mother, the
Yep.
mother of his
Yep.
kids, all that." So for us, it was different. You
Yeah.
know, it was
Mhm.
different in
Mhm.
that way. But I guess just I really wanted to know him. Me and him spent time talking about our past, the
Yep.
high schools that we
Yep.
went to, how I went from Florida to
Yep.
Georgia, you know, back and forth. And we spent time talking about like our mothers and
Mhm.
our traumas.
Yep.
And I mean, over the span of a couple of weeks, all me and him did was I watched him play video games. We sat, we talked, we ate, we talked more.
Yep.
There's so much conversation. I never, it wasn't until I met him and me and him just started bonding and
Mhm.
like I enjoyed his company.
Yeah.
Like we
Yep.
could go eat and talk. We
Yep.
could sit and watch TV, talk about the movies. Like
Yep.
everything we did, we could talk.
Yep.
And I was like, my entire life,
Conversation.
I've never been in a relationship or a situation where it's not, let's go out to eat or let's go on a mini date and, you know, let's go do this, let's go
Yeah.
do the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then it's so
Yeah.
superficial.
Oh yeah. Oh
I've
yeah.
never, it wasn't until I met him
Let's
where I
go
was like,
drink, smoke, and yeah. That. Yeah.
exactly. And
That.
like, let's go
Yeah.
party, all these things.
Yeah.
But with him, it was super like, let's chill at the house, let's talk. Let's chill at the house,
Yep.
play games. Let's
Yep.
chill at the house, play flip
Yep.
cups. Let's play cards.
Yep.
It was the first time in my life that I actually enjoyed being in the company of someone and just talking and doing all of the things that people would consider mundane because I was in his company. It was just so
Wow.
fun.
The craziest thing about your mom is that while I was dating her, I wasn't trying to screw anybody else, because previous girlfriends, while we were dating, I was still messing with other
I
females.
believe it.
So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, girl, I love you too. All right, bye. And then I go to the next girl's house, so that she comes to my house, and it was like, yeah, okay, call her by name. But so it was something that I knew was genuine, that had the potential to last. Here we go, almost 25 years later. Woo woo. Still chugga chugga choo choo. But I again,
That was
the
a horrible analogy.
communication,
The chugga chugga choo choo. That
the
was a
it's train. Can't stop a moving train. It's hard
okay.
to stop a
Okay.
moving train.
Can
25 years
can you
later.
say that?
Mm.
Not the chugga chugga choo choo.
You know what? I will not. No, I'm saying it how I'm gonna say it.
Whatever.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I think the communication. Now the
Mhm.
thing about it is that in relationships there's different levels of communication, and sometimes we think that we're effectively communicating when we're really just not doing any good. So I think we're still coming to the place to where
Yeah.
we're 25 years later, we're still learning how to communicate, what not to say,
Mhm.
when to be quiet. It's a learning process. But again, I knew right away that she was who I wanted to marry. So when guys are telling you, again, it takes, or I want to get to know you, because some guys will pull you down the road with the I want to get to know you while they're leading towards sex, not wanting to get to know you because they can't hold 3 minutes of conversation, legitimate,
No,
good
seriously.
conversation. So what you doing? Nothing. When we gonna go? It's like, so when you find, and again, it's hard to find people nowadays who can effectively communicate,
Yeah,
and talk about something. Me and your mom can talk about something. We talk about everything, music, government,
all of it,
all
right?
kinds of stuff. So you're
And there's
meeting your mom.
never a day where there's not a conversation to
Yep,
be
there's a
had.
conversation with everything that's going on in the world. There's a whole string of things that
Yeah.
they could talk about, and that's the one thing all those years ago, because your mom challenged me in ways to grow and to become um, more. I don't know if that's the word I want to say is proficient in conversation. You're a dictionary.
Efficient,
Efficient. Thank you.
like efficiently.
Thank you. So maybe it's efficient.
Yeah. Like proficiency is when you're proficient in something and you're
Yeah.
being more like a more effective or efficient communicator.
Yeah. So I think it's proficient. I was right.
So you're proficient.
Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it wrong? Is it right? Do I need to go to the dictionary?
Where's the dictionary?
Big word. All right,
Okay,
never
but
mind. Never
you're
mind.
saying
So
effectively
efficient. I
communicate.
am
So
effective.
because I'm
I
saying
am.
if you're effectively
She made
communicate,
me
then you're
effective.
using
She made me
effective.
better.
Yeah.
She made me more effective
Yeah.
in
Which means you
communication.
more efficiently communicate with her.
Yes. So I think I'll go with that word.
Let's just go with that
Let's
word.
just go with that one.
Correct
That
us
one
if we're
sounds
wrong
better.
now.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, again,
But
throw that
to
up there.
all of your points here,
Yes.
I'm going to take just a snippet of time to talk
Okay.
about when a woman knows she's wasting her time. But
Woo-hoo.
it's in a second. But to that point, and this is something that I didn't think of obviously until I met Elliot.
Mhm.
But just to put it out there for future reference for anybody, if you feel uncomfortable just talking about yourself or
Mhm.
talking about
Mhm.
random things, or you
Mhm.
feel like you can't have a conversation that's
Mhm.
not about a date, sex,
Yeah.
just what are you
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
like you want to go here, like
I
if you
told you what
can't
I was
have
doing
those,
already.
right, but if you can't have those deep conversations or those funny weird conversations or those back-to-back debates on what's going on or talk about your past and things like that, I didn't realize. I think for me, I knew I wasn't wasting my time when I was very comfortable expressing myself and
Mhm.
being myself
Mhm.
with Elliot. And
Yeah.
that was for me, I was like, okay, this is the first time this has ever happened in my life.
Yep.
Um, I know I'm not wasting my time because he takes it, he talks back with me,
Yep.
so that
Yep.
that communication for me is something I
Yep.
never had, that I knew he was the one.
Yep. And but
So
that's part of that is the same thing. But I think with I didn't. I'm glad I didn't traumatize her, because she would ask me questions about my past, and then she was like, "Okay, I'm not asking you no more questions about your past," because it was like, "Dang it, you did that? Yeah, you did that. How many do you really want to know?"
that was yes.
That was the
Those
question.
questions,
That was the
those
question that's
we
like,
got
this
through
person is
those.
gonna be
We
gone.
got through
When I answer
those.
this question, she's out the door. She's
Yeah, I would tell him some of the stuff that I did, and he's just like,
yes, yes. So and that's the thing. Your
and I was like,
mom,
I'm just trying to be honest with you because
she still kept wanting to ask questions, and then she got to
yeah,
the point to where some stuff
she
it
just
was
was like, I'm
like,
not gonna ask.
I'm not gonna ask you
Don't
any
ask.
more
Don't
questions
tell.
along those
Along
lines.
those lines.
We'll go somewhere else. So now, woman,
Women. Okay,
yes,
so and I'm just like speaking from experience here. I just want to put it out there. First things first. Stop. I'm talking to the women. Okay,
women,
I'm talking to y'all
yeah,
because we
young
are
women,
younger women. I
uh huh,
mean, people my age still do it. Don't.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
I'm
all right,
young.
okay,
I'm
yeah,
31.
yep,
That's young.
that is young,
Stop.
that is young, that is
Um,
young.
just women in general, because we have this unique capability of knowing we're wasting our time, of looking and listening to what the man says,
Yeah,
what they say, like,
mm-hmm,
I don't want anything from you. This is
mm-hmm,
all I want from you. And
mm-hmm.
for some reason, we've told ourselves, nah, I'm going to keep
We're gonna
spending time and I'm
change.
going
We
to
could change
undo
his
that.
mind.
I'm
Yeah,
going to change
yeah,
his
mm-hmm,
mind.
yeah.
And from experience, that is, you can't,
Mm-mm.
you won't.
Nope.
And it just doesn't happen that way. Men are wired differently than us. So whereas we may see this potential, or we may say, no, we just got to crack this shell. That's if you have to crack a shell. And I'm not talking about getting over their traumas or
Mm-hmm.
getting, through
Yes.
things with them
Mm-hmm.
that are uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking stone cold wall of brick. You're not breaking that down. So
Yeah.
I will say this. I think just from personal experience, I know I'm wasting my time when I still don't feel comfortable being myself. Because here's the thing about me, I am a goofy person. I am a, like, I mean, I will sit
Goofy
there.
smart.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm smart,
Yeah.
but I'm a very goofy person.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do fun stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
like to just sit and just cackle. And I sometimes I
Do the
say the
cackle. Do the cackle.
stop,
Yeah, there we go. Jesus
but
have mercy. Yeah, there it is. Lord have mercy. Had to hear that.
stop.
Okay, whatever.
But no, I'm saying I'm such a goofy person. I
Yep.
really am. And I'm
Simple.
also very weird, but I'm a
Mm-hmm.
very simple
Mm-hmm.
person
Yep.
and not basic, but simple. I'm a
Yes.
very
Mm-hmm.
simple person. And so when I feel like those simple things are very hard to give to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I'm wasting my time. When
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if there's something I want to do, but I'm like, I don't even think they would want to do this with me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm wasting my time
Yeah.
because someone that wants you and really wants you and all of you and wants like thinks you're the one,
Mm-hmm.
the things that light you up
Yep.
are gonna light them up.
Yep.
They're going to excite.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not something they like, they'll be excited for you.
Yep.
So I think, and it's just a very, it's kind of a short answer, but I could elaborate on it. It's just if you cannot be your whole self
Mm-hmm.
with them,
Mm-hmm.
if you can't enjoy the things that you enjoy, if you have to hide aspects of yourself, no matter how dark you think they are, that's not the person for you. You're wasting your time because the person that's going to love you and choose you as that one is going to understand everything about you. Not just understand, they're going to want to
Mm-hmm.
understand everything about you. They're going to want to know what makes you happy, what makes you laugh, what
Mm-hmm.
makes you sad, how to communicate with you. Okay, this traumatized you. I'm going to keep those boundaries.
Joe, I wanna know. Hey, Joe did it. Joe did that. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what you say. When Joe wrote
That's a good
that
when he wrote
one,
that
Joe,
one. Yeah, when
ooh.
he knew what he was doing.
Yep.
But it's just very simple, and I think that we just have, like I said, we have this ability to just look at all of the signs that this is not the one for some of us because people are like, that word toxic, like
Mm-hmm.
toxic
Yes.
relationships,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they may never go, even if y'all get married in that toxic relationship, that's still going to be toxic because there's a reason it's toxic.
Okay, now put a pin in that because I want to ask you this question. So you said that they need to know everything about you. So getting to know everything about you is going to require time because not
Yeah,
too
that's
many
not
people
up
open
front.
up. So when we're looking at this from the scope of designating a time frame,
Mm.
um, because again, if you may realize this person's not the one early, and then be like, you don't need to know all of that stuff about me. But when you think that this has potential, and they're still getting to know you, what's that time frame look like, for a person to get to? And again, this is a numbers game that you have to play for people younger than you, people your age, and people
Okay,
older.
so a numbers game. I'm gonna be honest with you. A couple of months in, me and Elliot
Okay.
had dived into a lot of our stuff.
Okay.
We had it was the questions he asked. Just we would
The
randomly
questions,
talk
because
and
he
he would
wanted to
ask
know you.
questions.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would ask those questions back.
Okay.
And that's how it would start. We would just be chilling, talking about some mundane thing, some random thing, or something about
Mm-hmm.
the TV, or something would come on the TV, and he'd be like, "You done that before?" Or
Mm-hmm.
he'd ask
Mm-hmm.
me, "So have you been like? Have you ever traveled here?" Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, "Hey, you ever been in a crazy relationship like that?"
Mm-hmm.
And we would unfold those
Yeah.
conversations. For
Okay.
me, it was his ability to ask.
Yes.
He
Okay.
didn't just sit there and just go off our superficial relationship.
Yeah.
If something
Sure.
popped up, he wanted to ask.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we started dating in October of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
We were pregnant by June of 2019. We had a
Okay.
baby by February of 2020. We were married by July of 2020. So we're 8 years into our relationship
Yes.
and we're still getting to know certain things. I still annoy
Yeah.
him.
I said yes.
Yeah,
8 years.
still annoy him
Yeah.
all of the time, but he
Mm-hmm.
chose this life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Oh yeah.
annoyed you before we got married. I'm going
Yeah.
to keep
That's
annoying
not
you
gonna
now.
change.
So, but there's certain things that he asked that he kind of checked off. I can handle that.
Yeah.
I can handle that. So there's nothing that pops up at him now that
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I knew that was coming.
But it's and again, once you reach the place of your 8 years in, one of the things that
We
people
were
have to
married before 2 years
understand,
was up.
yeah, one of the things that you have to understand is that you're going to be getting older, he's going to be getting older, so the requirements and the needs are always going to
Yeah,
be changing.
it's
There may
never
be
gonna stay the
times
same.
when you need more, but again, with that relationship, people talk about this 50-50, 60-40. Sometimes you got to be all in at all times, because if you go, I mean, when that person is going through a depression, or they have their lows or their highs or whatever, you celebrate the highs.
Yeah.
You also have to be there to be able to help them through the lows, and you never know when that's going to take place. So that takes 100% commitment
Yeah.
at all times, which is, again, you've made that commitment in the relationship phase before you say your I do's. You've already started putting these, yeah, this person I want to be with it forever.
Yeah.
Because again, forever is a
All I'm
woo.
gonna say is, on a woman's perspective,
Hmm.
if that man if you feel like the man has no genuine interest in getting to know you
Hmm.
from jump, I can't put a time frame on it because my generation's so different. Um,
You got that right.
we're very
Y'all
different.
ninjas is different.
We are, but I will say this: if you are a few months in, heck, if you're a year in, and that man shows no interest in learning who you are,
Oh
asking about
yeah,
your life, your past, these things,
girl, you
what do you
wasting.
want to do, like, or supporting you
Hmm.
mentally,
Hmm.
emotionally, like when you're in a bad spot, all of a sudden, okay,
Yes.
she's in a bad spot, I'm gonna leave her alone.
Yeah, I ain't
Like,
gonna talk to you for a couple days
yeah,
because you're in the best spot.
that
Yeah.
stuff, that's not the one for you, because let me tell you how many
No.
dark places Elliot's had to drag me out of.
Oh,
He
you ain't even
knew,
got to tell me.
like, he has had to drag me
I
out of
know.
so many dark places,
Yeah.
and but he was prepared
He was.
because
He was. He's the man for the job.
those were things that we had talked
Yeah.
about prior to.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew about certain
Yep.
issues I had and
Yep.
problems I had and addictions I had. So he was very, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
He would take hold of that. So, but he wanted to know those things, and he's very good at taking care of me when those times come and things like that. So if a man shows zero interest in getting to know you, getting to know what makes you tick, what triggers you, your traumas, just anything about you, you're wasting your time, because a man is only going to inquire to see, okay, can I handle this? Because
Yep.
this is what I want
Mm-hmm.
to do.
Yep.
So can I handle this?
Yep.
Keeping it superficial, there are people that have been in relationships. I mean, I'm one of them who was in a very superficial relationship. Just it was just superficial. I was in superficial what,
Mm-hmm.
3 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just all superficial.
Mm-hmm.
I probably still couldn't tell
Time
you.
you don't get it
Yeah,
back.
time I don't get back. I still
Yep.
probably don't know anything for real about the person,
Yep.
but it's just like I knew I was wasting my
Yep.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, I don't think a lot of people. I think there are some people who want to keep it like that. So that's the other portion of it. There are some men who
Yeah,
don't want to be married,
psychologically.
some women who don't want to be married, some women that are just comfortable in what they're in. They don't want to complicate
And
it.
it's more so now, because it's you because in society now we don't have to commit.
Mm.
I can have 3 4 women a day if I want to. You got hookup
And there are people that
spaces.
are going to die like that.
You got hookup
They're okay with it.
spaces. You got people that are my age and older still going to the club. But
That's
I'm
crazy.
surprised I'm surprised there are still nightclubs, because I'm just like, I know I'm not that far gone, but the reality of people still needing to
And
go to
you have
nightclubs is
nightclubs
like,
that are like for 40 pluses.
yeah, I'm like,
I'm like,
why?
why?
So, and again, so it's like, but at the same point in time, shifting the conversation, but
Hmm.
still being in the conversation, some people don't want to make that commitment because they have traumas. Their parents, they may have watched their parents crash out. They may have friend groups where the most successful relationships in the friend group are the ones who aren't married. The ones who did get married are the ones who fell apart. So then they have all of these things that they look at that are truth,
Hmm.
that are fact, and it doesn't seem beneficial to
Hmm.
marry. So it's like, because again, I have heard this said, and you may not have ever heard this said, but again, some people have this saying where once we get married, it goes downhill.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah, because and again, or people are not really committed. Again, and what do I mean when I say not committed? Um, Anytime you hold back something just in case, I'm gonna put this money to the side because my dad or my mom told me I don't ever know what could happen. You're not fully
You're not
committed.
fully in it.
You're not committed
If you
because
have a
you
safety
have
net or
something
a
stored up
fallback
for
plan,
the
you're not
fallback,
in
and it's
it.
like you can't be committed to forever if you have a fallback. You have a
Hold on.
contingency plan
And
for
that
that.
contingency includes people
Oh yeah, you got,
that
and
you keep
again,
around
that you always,
just
just in case,
in case.
just in case. So we know that there's people, and again, I'm just saying this for the people that it may take a little more time to be able to say, yes,
Yeah.
she's the one. But I grew up in what I thought was a perfect household, only to see the bottom fall out of it later. So I know, so it may take them a little more time to feel
Yeah.
and get an idea for. the forever
Yeah.
commitment.
Mhm.
But that woman will still know, because even during the time that they're coming into knowing, that person is not shy about the marriage conversation.
Yeah.
They're not trying to have it, but they're letting you know. They even may have a time frame in which, or they may even
Yeah.
be like, hey, give me a little more time, I don't want you to think. At least you know that that's a person who is at least has this train of thought that they want to fully commit. But again, they may have some thoughts and some ideas, some things that they've seen that they're just like, just I know you're the one, but just give me a little bit of time, because I've seen this play
And
out
that's
uh, a,
understandable.
a lot. So those are things that I guess a woman would have to be able to discern, because some women are older, so they're looking for something now. They're
Yeah.
like, it's like, but it doesn't happen that way, and you may walk away from a good guy because you want him to move a little bit quicker, and you never really get to understand some of the things that he's experienced, or that go into him dragging his feet.
I understand the dragging your feet too, but at the end of the day, it's also something that you have to learn and unlearn and relearn
Yes.
once you get married. So
Yes.
the work don't stop because the ring's on the
Oh
finger.
yeah.
That's just the beginning.
It doesn't stop. The work really begins when you say the I do's, when there's
That's the
when
beginning.
there's that exchange,
Yeah.
and there's that commitment, and
Yeah.
now you are it forever.
Yeah.
Because some people, the hold up is forever.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. You mean I'm gonna wake up to you every day, we're gonna
Uh-huh.
go to bed, I'm gonna have to have this conversation when I come home from work, I got to come home to you.
Mhm.
mm.
Being with someone is not easy.
No.
And being with someone long term, it's not easy.
No.
Raising children is not easy. There's going to be
Never.
times where you feel this built up, pent up aggression. You can't be soft all the time. Like that's
No.
just what it is.
Hmm.
But if you feel like you can't be a soft or a divine feminine version of yourself, wasting your time. Just thought I'd put that out
Yeah,
there
because
too.
again, that's the how many?
We're at 30 minutes.
Oh, we're good. So that's the again, anytime you have to adjust who you are to make someone else happy,
Keyword is
you're
have
you're
to
adjusting,
make
but you're
them.
no longer yourself.
Exactly.
So then how will they deal when you show them who you really are? Because they are starting to like this person that
Yeah.
you've navigated yourself to become, to be able to make them feel comfortable in their manhood. But again, understand that that's not manhood, because again, a man doesn't have to disassemble a woman
Mm-hmm.
in order to make her what she's not, so that he can be, because
Yeah.
again, there are, unfortunately, there are weaker versions of males who like to be dominant by making a woman feel like they have to submit to whatever he does.
Yeah.
If they act foolish, stupid, whatever, your responsibility is to submit to whatever I do, because I man. And again, some women go for that,
And I kill
but
you. Just
but
kidding.
yeah, I believe that too. That's your mama do the same too. I listen, I used to make, and again, she's never done anything like that,
Yeah.
but boy, in our early years, when I used to make your mom mad, I'd be sleeping like this.
What?
When chick would move in the bed, I'd be like,
I'm so
where
done.
you going?
I'm so done. But
Yes. Yes.
there are women that strip themselves
Oh God, no.
down so far.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm speaking as a woman who in the past has done this herself. Like there are women that will just and I not it's not always potential. Like I said, it's that toxic
Yep.
bond thing,
Hmm.
but that will strip themselves down to just a body.
Yep.
Like, okay, if all he wants is my body, that's what I'm gonna
That's what I
give
get.
him. That's
Hmm.
is to get time
Yep.
with him.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give him that because that's what gives me my time.
Yep.
So like it's ugh.
And
If you're
again,
feeling any of these things I've said, you're wasting your
yeah, you
time.
wait, you wait, and again, here's the one thing that everyone has to understand: of everything in the world that you can get back, time is not one of them. Once it's spent, if you spend it wasting it on this one thing, and you got all your eggs in that basket, and there's this hope,
Mhm.
and again, hoping for what you already can see is not gonna happen is kind of sort of like this foolish thing. I'm gonna spend another day. I'm gonna spend
It's
another
not
week,
always
another
hope.
month, another year.
It's not always hope. And I think this might be this actually might be a good like follow up
No,
episode
no, no. I
because
want to
like
hear what you. I want to hear this. I
you
want to
want
hear.
to hear
It's
this?
not hope. It's not
It's
always hope.
not always hope.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's addiction.
Okay.
Sometimes you get addicted to that person or addicted to that attention from that person that you will do anything to have it. And I think that is something psychology needs to break down
I.
because even if you're getting the bare minimum from that person, you are clinging to the bare minimum.
But I think that
It's
now
possible
this
to
is
be
my
addicted
thought.
to, to people.
This is my thought. This is my thought. I think that that type of thing takes place when a man or a woman has not come into the knowledge of who they are. You will accept anything when you don't know your worth.
That's true.
Once you know your worth and you have someone who shares in you being they when you have someone who shares in you being everything you can be and they don't try to devalue
Yes.
you, once you get to those spaces, I look back over my life now and I look and I go, why in the world was I ever with that? I've seen some
Yes.
people. I think that when you come into the knowledge of who you truly are, that type of
Yeah,
I
because
think we
I'm
all go through those
baffled by my
phases.
previous
Yeah,
decisions now that I'm
we
married and with Elliot.
all.
I'm
Yep,
like, I'm baffled. Like, you
yep,
really stayed
yep.
around just for
So
that?
I think it's a matter of because again, um, we don't automatically have this mechanism that tells us that we want to commit.
Yes.
When we come out of high school, we're used to the high school life. Some of us may go into college, um, but we're not transitioning into this thing that tells us think long term because
Definitely
we've
not.
gone from elementary to middle school to high school. So life is full of transitions, and
Yeah.
now we got to tell ourselves, I'm gonna commit the rest of my life to this. We're not that's not how
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's a
So we're
big
so yeah
transition right there.
so thinking from the standpoint of not being built that way, but having to we learn how to take what we can get relationship wise, and we stay in what makes us comfortable.
Yep.
We're not getting everything we want. We some of us barely get anything that we want other than sex, and that's a temporary momentary pleasure, and we go, oh, okay, I'm good, and then we move on, and then we have these things where we end up probably in relationships where we fight more than we do anything fruitful or productive, but it's what we're used to, and this is where I'm going to settle in, and then we may transition out of that into something else, but we never really are until we come into the knowledge of who we are. We can't really say what we want.
That's true.
um how do I know what's good for me? What do I know until that? And again, sometimes that person invades your space and it's like, whoa, dang it, you mean to tell me
Yeah.
you like me like I
Like I miss?
like I'm
Like I
is like
miss?
I
What?
literally while I was dating, and I'm like, again, I'm
Because I'm
surprised.
weird. I'm very
Yeah,
weird.
I'm
So
surprised your
Elliot,
mom didn't leave me.
this I'm surprised Elliot doesn't love me because I'm weird and
Yeah.
I need constant reassurance
Yep.
and I'm a very needy person. I'm very needy. I can
And
be
he's
aggressive at
built
times.
for it.
And
Yeah, we know about the aggressive part. That's a little something. So yeah.
why you got to do that?
You
Just let
said
me
you
finish my
said it.
sentence.
You said it.
Just let me finish the
I'm
sentence.
just putting emphasis
Anyways,
there.
I'm very needy. Okay, I can be needy. I can be a weirdo. I can be aggressive.
Yes.
I can switch moods
Yep.
like nobody's business. I
Mhm.
can be lovey-dovey and then be super hyper independent.
Mhm.
And that's from my past. Like I
Mhm.
have to try my best because I still do this hyper independence thing where I'm like, I'll do it myself. You know,
Mhm.
I still do that sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still learning, but I look at myself and I'm like, this Joker really signed up for
You signed up.
a lifetime roller coaster, and he's
And you don't
happy.
get to send you no take backs, bro.
And he's
No
happy.
take. Yeah, and again, because your mom still does the thing where there's these moments where she knows that I will do what she needs me to do, but then there's those times when I can't do it when she wants it done, and she
Oh, that
drops
tick.
back
Oof.
into those.
That's
She
me.
drops back into that hyper. I got it.
That's
Then
me.
fine. It's like, wait, hold
That's
up.
me.
You do know I'm on the other side of
That is
the other side of
so.
town. And
Is
can't
that where I
drop
get it
I
from?
can't drop everything I'm doing to get. It's not that I won't. I will, but
That's so
again,
mean.
she does
That's
that
so
again.
mean.
But that's again, that's again, that's that's what I signed up
Yeah.
for. It it's worth it
Yeah.
for the years that I have, and then again to be again when you find somebody that you look forward to spending time with, oh my god,
It's
25
crazy.
years later you still looking forward to like spending time with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
my husband's
plus.
my best friend.
Yep,
And
that's a plus.
I really catch whole
That's a
attitudes when
plus.
I don't get to spend like the time that I want with him. I catch whole attitudes.
Whole attitudes.
Whole
And they
attitudes
be
when
like,
I'm
what's
with
wrong
him.
with you? And you try to act like ain't nothing wrong.
I'm
It's like,
fine.
you just need some time, don't you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go in the car. Jump in the
Yeah,
car. Let's go for a
I
ride down the
sometimes I just
road.
really
An
just need that
hour
time.
driving down the road and stuff,
But
looking at houses.
yeah.
It's like, okay, you
But
good.
for once, and I really just feel like meeting someone that can like put up with my mood swings like a champ, understand that I'm
Yep.
needy and need
Yep.
reassurance and
Yep.
I'm weirdo
Mm-hmm.
and all these things. Finding someone that is like, yeah, she a weirdo, but she my weirdo.
Yep.
Yeah, she a little crazy, but
Yep.
she's my crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, she a little this, but she's my like finding everything about me that I everyone always made it seem inconvenient
Mm-hmm.
and you love it and you embrace it.
Yeah.
To me, that was icing on the
I
cake.
think
I
it's
knew
good.
with him I wasn't wasting my time. So
And that's a good thing because I think that one of the myths, that was a big word, dang it.
that was
One
not
of
a
the
big word.
misconceptions that we have is that women are emotional and men are not. That is so far
That is
from the truth. Now it takes more time for men to get in touch with their feelings because as men, we're taught not to
otherwise.
feel, to be numb. Da, 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 da. You just have to be the man, and so that means you shoulder everything and you don't express or show feeling, which is not true.
Mm.
Because again, that ends up either damaging the man or the man ends up damaging other people around him because he's
In the process.
holding all this stuff in and internalizing, and then all of a sudden boom,
Yeah.
okay, and nobody knows what happened. Well, that's because he never had a chance to be emotional. So being emotional and a man and having a woman who is able to say, okay, you're emotional, you're a man, okay, I didn't know that men were emotional, but okay, I can see where, and still be able
Like men
to,
have feelings? What?
yeah, oh yes, it's like, oh, because again, sometimes, and here's the part where women have to be careful because sometimes women will say, I want a man who has who's emotional, and then
We don't
when you
ever say
have
that.
when you
No,
have a
no, we don't
man,
ever say that. We say we
do
want a
you want
man
me to
who's in
pull up a
touch with his no,
YouTube
no, a man
video
that's in
where,
touch with his emotions. I don't want an emotional man. I want a man that's in
okay,
touch with his
so
emotions,
what
emotionally
is the
intelligent.
difference?
Emotional men are dangerous. An emotional man that doesn't know how to regulate is dangerous. If you don't know how to
You
regulate
wait, wait,
your
wait, wait, wait. You think all men always know how to
no,
regulate? Oh,
no, I
oh,
don't.
okay, all
I
right,
know. I'm just
girl.
saying
I
a
was,
man that can sit there and be like, okay, in this moment, this is what I'm feeling. This is the emotion that I'm feeling. Like expressing your emotion is one thing, but
yeah,
being emotional is different. Like, and I guess that's just from my perspective, from
yeah,
my
because
generation, because
I
I don't
think
want no emotional
we're
Negro.
saying the same thing, but just different,
Different ways of saying
different.
it.
Yeah, because I'm not
Your
saying
perspective,
I'm not saying
wham, 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 on
oh
a
no
baby.
my
I don't want
god,
that.
yeah, no,
I'm
because
saying a man
that's
that
excessive.
you feel and you let how you feel be known. That is
Yeah,
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah,
In touch with your
I think we're
emotion.
saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I whiny, no, yeah,
Wham, wham, wham.
yeah, no, me, yeah, yeah, changing my diaper, no, I don't, that I don't, but no, I'm serious because some guys are some guys are that. Some guys are that bad. Some guys are really that bad, but I think it's
That's
good
so
to be
funny.
able to show emotion, to be able to
Yes.
show weakness, because again, as much as you want to always be strong, sometimes just being strong can numb a person,
Yes.
and you don't want a person who's numb or dulled in their senses because all they believe that they're made to do is to bear the load, bear the load, bear
Yes,
the load,
but
bear the
also
load.
to that point, it also tells the woman you don't trust her. If you always have to be strong, 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 like if a woman can visibly see that oh there's a lot going on in your head
Mhm,
and she's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" The expression or the answer all the time is nothing, I'm good. I've
mhm,
got it.
mhm,
We understand you've got it,
mhm.
but can you unburden your mind a little bit by letting me into what's going on? Like I can handle it. That's what I'm here for. I'm backbone. I feel like a
Help
man,
me.
yes, I
Yes.
feel like a man that can't sit there and just unload some of that that shows a woman, okay, you don't trust me to take care of your feelings like I'm trusting you to take care of mine.
But I think, and again,
but that's nature
a
versus
person
nurture.
can a person can look at it, but a man is from my standpoint, it's not a matter of not thinking that we can't share the load. It's a matter of let's say you have a woman who is at home, because again, anybody who tells you that raising kids, one kid, is not work, man, please.
They lied to you, and they gonna
Raising
burn in
one
hell with
kid,
gasoline shorts on.
the shift between being mom and wife and caretaker, and having to make
Who
sure
you telling?
meals are cooked, clothes are washed. So that's many hats
Yeah.
that you already have to wear. Now, if I go to work, I know what I got to do when I go to work. Da, 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 da. But there's other multiple concerns in my mind because, again, a man considers everything that a woman may look at it and go, I'm not doing that much. But a man will look at that and go, God, dog, boy, my wife is, oh my God, cook, clean, take care of the child, and the child cries. She got to make, what are you crying for? There's just a gamut of emotions. And then she's got to, because again, the commitment to raise a child that's a full-time activity. When does she get a chance to be herself and take care of herself and do for? So from the standpoint of a real man, it's not a matter of trust. It's a matter of, do I add that to what's already on her load? Because the woman may be saying, well, all I do is sit at home. A real man is looking at it and going, man, that ain't no all, because that's a lot.
A lot of women, and not every woman, but a
Mhm.
lot of us, we can that was a big word. we can
Yeah.
we can compartmentalize.
Mhm.
So there's always, and I don't mean this like sexually, because it ain't. Sometimes women be
Yeah.
overstimulated, and that's just the last thing on our
Mhm.
minds. But when it comes to being there and letting our man be vulnerable,
Mhm.
there's always a door open for that that doesn't overload you. So yes, you have all this going on, but if he just wants to sit and vent and express himself, I always have time for that. That for me is like, okay, he feels better. That's great. I made him feel better. That helps me. That puts a little pep in my step. Like, I'm
Mhm.
not looking to
Yes.
solve your
Mhm.
problem, just knowing that I'm listening to
Mhm.
you, and that it's a big
Yes.
relationship
Mhm.
thing. So I think a lot of us know, yes, we have all of this going on in our mind, but there's this other side that's just a box ready. Like, okay, if he comes home after a bad day, I'm
Mhm.
going to be here to let him
Yep.
talk about it.
Yep.
It's not always adding on to the load. Now, if you say, hey, what's for dinner, while I'm sitting here with a million things on my head, then I might kill you.
But see, here's my thing. And that's
Then I
the
might
that's the
murder you.
that's the thing. That's the thing with compartmentalization. You have so many things that you have to put in different compartments, that some stuff you don't get around or navigate your way back to. So that's something that's sitting while other things are being added. So for
But they're
us,
really pretty boxes in my
yeah, I
mind.
know. Okay. So for us, because you may have over compartmentalized and you have more on your plate, that's that instance when I ask you something simple that makes you go kaboom. How dare you? Don't you see everything I'm on? And that's
No.
that's the
It never.
conversation
It's
we
never.
don't
No.
want to
It's
have.
never like that for me. You want to know what it is? It's
Oh,
passive aggression.
oh Lord.
It's like, I mean, yeah. I mean, I was totally just doing this, and this, but I can
Yeah.
definitely get that
But
right from
again,
you.
that's the result of too much. That's the result of too much. So before we get to that conversation where there's this tension, if I'm aware of that, then we don't have to ever open that
So what you're gonna
thing
do
up.
is stop, drop, and roll the fire out of whatever you're thinking
I
in your head.
again and again, it'll
Stop,
work. It'll
drop, shut
shut
it
down,
down,
open
open
up
up shop.
shop.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
whoa.
Let
That's
the
how
rough
Rough
riders.
Riders roll. Sorry, that was in my head. I couldn't not say that out
Whatever.
loud.
I didn't just sing that. Yeah. Okay. I'm father and pastor. What time is it?
We've been recording for 50 minutes.
Oh, good God, we got to get off of this thing. I opened. You got to close. Yep, I did
But I
my
think we
part.
made some really valid points.
Yeah,
We made a lot of good valid
I
points,
didn't get
and
to
this was a
any of my
great
notes.
question.
That sucks.
You never get to your notes,
I
do
didn't
you?
get a chance to get to my notes, but I'm good. I'm good because I enjoyed the conversation.
That was
thorough.
a good conversation.
Yep.
That was a good conversation. And
Yep, yep,
honestly,
yep.
we can put some of those
Yep.
notes in there
Yep.
as some shorts later.
Yep.
But you know, that was a great conversation. I hope you got something from
Yep.
it. We enjoyed this audience question.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
actually love talking about things that you all tell us. So that's even better for us.
Yes,
but
yes.
we thank you for joining us once
Yes.
again on Alex and
Alex.
And we will see you next Thursday. Bye, Couch Crew.
Same back channel.